Hi, my name is Emily and welcome to Secret Pattern. In today's video, I'm really excited to be sharing how to crochet this adorable little owl. So this is a super quick pattern. It takes me, when I'm not filming a tutorial, it takes me about 30 minutes to make this little owl. The only thing that you'll sew on is the beak. Otherwise, the wings you crochet on, and then the eyes, when you attach the eyes, the circles just attach with it. So this is a super duper quick pattern. The only thing you sew on, again, is the beak. And you can see that I made this owl in a couple different colors. This little pink owl and then this little blue owl. And then I've also made it in like a tan color. And yeah, it's super fun to make. Now, one thing I wanted to mention before we jump into the video is that I do have the mama owl pattern. So this is the larger size. Let me get them up so you can see. So this is the mama owl, and this is going to be hopefully releasing on my YouTube channel next week. And so make sure to be subscribed to my YouTube channel so that you see this mama owl pattern. And then the other thing I want to mention is that if at any point in this tutorial you want to have the written instructions, the free written instructions for these little baby owls are on my blog. So make sure to check the link in the description box down below for the full free written instructions. So again, if at any point in this video you're struggling with how to make the owl, make sure to check out that free blog post. And then the other thing I want to mention is that if you want, you can get the ad-free PDF for both the mama and the baby owls, and that will be in my Etsy shop and in my pattern shop on my website. And then the last thing I want to mention is that if at any point in the video I'm either talking too fast or too slow, you can always adjust the playback speed by clicking the little settings gear icon in the bottom right corner of the video. Then click playback speed, and then you can adjust it so I either talk faster or slower depending on whether you're more of an advanced or beginner crocheter. So let's go ahead and jump into the tutorial for how to make these adorable little baby owls. The supplies that we'll need today is we'll need a 7mm crochet hook, and I love the Clover & More brand, so I'm using a Clover & More brand 7mm crochet hook. You'll need scissors, obviously. You'll need a stitch marker to mark the first stitch of your round. You'll need a darning needle, and you'll need 16mm safety eyes. Now, some of my testers prefer to use 14mm safety eyes, so whether you use 14 or 16mm safety eyes, either one works fine. I like to just buy my safety eyes off Amazon, and then I like to put the backers on and then hot glue the backs so that it's nice and secure. Then you'll need your stuffing, and you'll need a little bit of stuffing, not a ton because the owl turns out pretty small, but you'll need some stuffing. And then you'll also need 3 different colors of yarn. So this is Bernat Baby Blanket Sparkle. You can see that has some sparkle in the yarn. And then you can use whatever color you want. This is the main color that we'll use for the body. Then you also need your Bernat blanket yarn, and this is in the color, it's got a little messy, burnt mustard. So you'll just need a tiny bit of this for the beak, so you barely need any. And then the last color that you'll need is for the circle eyes. So this is just Bernat Baby Blanket in the color white. So those are the 3 colors that you'll need. So to begin, we are going to start with our 7mm hook and the main color that we will be using, which for me is this blue yarn. Now, one thing I want to mention is that I do have the ad-free PDF that you can print out, and this is the instructions that I'll be following while I'm showing you this tutorial. So if you want to, I'll put a link in the description box down below where you can purchase this ad-free PDF and support my little crochet passion. Alright, so I found the center pole, and we have our 7mm hook, and so we are going to begin the body, and we'll start right here at the base, and then we'll work up to the top, and then we'll crochet on these wings and do all the rest. So we're going to start with the body. So you're going to go ahead and grab your 7mm hook and your yarn, and you're going to make a magic circle. Now, to make a magic circle, you're going to put the yarn at the base of your hand. You're going to wrap the yarn around going to the front of your 2 fingers, and then you're going to wrap the yarn around going to the back. So you're going to make an X shape, and then you're going to flip your 2 fingers over, and you're going to go under the first loop, and then you're going to grab that second loop and pull that through. Then use your thumb and finger to pinch. And now we are going to go ahead and we have our magic circle. So you're going to put your fingers in it then so that stays open and doesn't close. I personally like to make a chain 1 just to kind of secure the magic circle so it doesn't come undone while we're working into it. And then you're going to single crochet 8 into the magic circle. So to make a single crochet, you're going to insert into that big hole, the magic circle hole. You're going to yarn over and pull through. And then you're going to yarn over and pull through 2 loops. So then I'm going to place my stitch marker on this first single crochet. And we're going to do 8 single crochet total into this magic circle. So we've done 1, so you need to do 7 more. So insert your hook into this magic circle hole, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now, if you're needing any more further detailed instructions for whether it is how to make a magic circle or make a single crochet, I highly recommend that you check out either my tutorials for the beginners, or you can check out any YouTube tutorials for beginners on how to make a single crochet or magic circle, whatever you're struggling with. So now we're going to go ahead and make our 8 single crochet. So I'm going to go ahead and make these. So we're at 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now you're going to go ahead and pull on this tail that we've been crocheting over. So we crocheted over this loop and the tail. You're going to go ahead and pull that shut, and there it should. And this is how it should look. So we have our 8 stitches, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And now we're going to go ahead and begin round 2. So for round 2, you're going to single crochet increase into each stitch. And all that means is you're going to insert your hook into that first stitch where we have our stitch marker. And you're going to make a single crochet. And you're going to move your stitch marker. And then you're going to make 1 more single crochet into that same stitch. So you can see we worked right into here. So we're going to insert our hook again and make another single crochet. So basically 2 single crochets into each stitch, and you should end up with 16 stitches at the end of this round. So I'm going to go ahead and do the single crochet increase in each stitch around and set my yarn aside. So once we have this round done, we are going to be completed with the base of the owl. So I'll show you in just a second what I mean. So I have my last 2 stitches, and then you should have 16 stitches. So now we should have the base of this complete. And so now for the next round, we're going to work into the back loop only, so that it kind of leaves this ridge so that the owl will sit and will stand better without falling over. So that's the goal. And so now that you have your 16 stitches complete, we're going to go ahead and single crochet into the back loop only for each stitch around, like I just mentioned. So we're going to remove that stitch marker so you can kind of see what we're doing better. So you can see that there's that front loop, and then there's the back loop. So if I put my finger under it, there's the front loop and then the back loop. So you're going to insert your hook from above. So normally you would just go through both loops, kind of insert your hook from the front. But this time you're going to insert your hook from above between those 2 loops, and you're going to grab that back loop. So you can see you're going to insert your hook from above, grab that back loop, and now you just have 1 loop on your hook. So you're going to yarn over and pull through, and yarn over and pull through 2, move your stitch marker. And again, if you're struggling at all with how to crochet in the back loop only, you can find tutorials on YouTube for teaching you how to do that. So we're going to find the next stitch. So here's the next stitch. We're going to go from above instead of going from the front, and you're just going to grab that back loop. So we're going to do that in each stitch around, and you should have 16 stitches. So you can again see there's the back loop, and then here's the front loop. and you can kind of feel it, so then you're going to insert your hook into that back loop only. So I'm going to go ahead and complete round 3, and then I'll meet you right back. Alright, so I just completed round number 3, so you can see we have 1, 2, and 3 rounds complete, and you should have 16 stitches like I already mentioned. Now for round 4, we are going to single crochet in each stitch around. So that just means a regular single crochet in each stitch around. So we're not going to go into the front or back loop, we're going to go through both loops. And we are just going to make a normal single crochet into each stitch around, so then you'll obviously have 16 stitches at the end of this round. So I'm just going to go ahead and single crochet into each of these stitches, and then I will meet you back at the end of round 4, and we will continue on to round 5. Alright, so I finished round number 4, so we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 rounds complete. Now for round 5, we are going to single crochet increase into the first stitch. So we're going to move our stitch marker when we do that first single crochet. And then we're going to do one more single crochet into that same stitch. So single crochet increase into the first stitch. And then you're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And you're going to follow that repeat in each stitch around. So we'll do an increase and then a 3 single crochet. So now we're going to do another increase. And then we're going to do 3 single crochet. 1, 2, and 3. And then we're just going to repeat that. So you should repeat that a total 4 times or just each stitch around. So another increase, and then 3 single crochet, 1, 2, and 3, and then one more increase, and then 3 single crochet. So now, so we just repeated that 4 times. So the increase, single crochet 3, 4 times, we repeated that 4 times, and now we have 20 stitches. So we are going to begin rounds 6 and 7. So for round 6 and 7, you're just going to single crochet in each stitch around. So round 6 and 7, single crochet in each stitch around, and you should have 20 stitches. So I'm going to go ahead and move my stitch marker for the beginning of round 6, and I'm just going to single crochet in each stitch around for the next 2 rounds, and I'll meet you back once I finish round number 7. Alright, so I completed rounds 6 and 7, and so now we are on to round number 8. So for round 8, you're going to single crochet decrease over the first 2 stitches, and then you're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So let me show you how to do a single crochet decrease. So what we're going to do is you're going to insert into that first stitch, you're going to yarn over and pull through. So this is like exactly how you do a single crochet, but now instead of yarning over and pulling through these 2 loops, instead of that, you're going to insert into the next stitch. So we insert into here, you're going to insert into the next stitch, you're going to yarn over and pull through, and now you'll have 3 loops on your hook, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So now we're going to move our stitch marker up to that new stitch, and so now we're going to do single crochet into the next 3 stitches. So 1, 2, and 3. And then you're going to follow that repeat again. So we're going to do a decrease. So insert, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook, and then we're going to single crochet into the next 3 stitches. And you're just going to repeat that a total of 4 times, or until you are done with, or also until you're done with this round. So 1, 2, and 3 single crochets. And this is my last decrease, and then 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. So now we have finished round number 8, and you should have 16 stitches, and this is how it should look so far. So for round number 9 and 10, you're going to single crochet into each stitch around. So we're going to single crochet into the first stitch, move our stitch marker. And so now the next 2 rounds, so rounds 9 and 10, you're going to just single crochet in each stitch around, and you should end up with 16 stitches because we're not doing any decreases. So just 16 stitches. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and single crochet into each stitch around for the next 2 rounds, and I'll meet you back once I'm done with round number 10. Alright, so rounds 9 and 10 are complete. So now for round 11, which is the very last round, we are going to begin by making another single crochet decrease. So we're going to insert into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on our hook. You're going to move your stitch marker up, and then we are going to single crochet into the next stitch. Now to do a half double crochet, you're going to yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now to do a double crochet, which is the next stitch, you're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Now, if you are struggling with any of these stitches, again, feel free to look up a YouTube tutorial for more in-depth explanation. So we just did our double crochet. Now you're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. And remember, that's the yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then we're going to single crochet into the next stitch. You're going to do a decrease over the next 2 stitches. So single crochet, decrease, insert, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Then you're going to single crochet into the next 2 stitches. You're going to half double crochet into the next stitch. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. You're going to double crochet into the next stitch, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. Then you're going to do a half double crochet into the next stitch, and then you're going to single crochet into the remaining 2 stitches. So that was a little bit of a long round. Basically what we did is we did a single crochet, decrease, a single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, single crochet, decrease. So single crochet, then a single crochet, decrease. Then we did 2 single crochet, a half double crochet, double crochet, half double crochet, and then 2 single crochet. So it kind of repeats on each side, but the main point was to make these like little peaks. So when we bring this together, you can kind of see little peaks on each side, as you can see right here. So we did that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to slip stitch into that very first stitch where our stitch marker is. And now we can go ahead and cut our yarn, and I like to leave a little bit of a longer tail so that we can close off the top later on. So yarn over, and then to tie off you just yarn over and pull through just like a chain, but then now you're going to pull up on that and tighten, and that is your completed owl. Now at this point it doesn't look like much, but in just a few minutes it will look like this. So we are going to go ahead, and now the next part is to make the wings. So we are going to insert our hook into the stitches and we're going to crochet the wing on. So we're going to grab our 7mm hook again and the blue yarn, and you're going to find the double crochet that we made. So you can see there's the half double crochet, the double crochet, and the half double crochet. And so this is the double crochet. Let me move my stitch marker to the double crochet. And then you're going to count, and you're going to find round 7 and 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So between rounds 7 and 8, we are going to find the 2 stitches that are directly below. So centered, find the 2 stitches that are centered below this double crochet. Let me grab a couple of more stitch markers and I'll show you it a little bit more in detail. Okay, so I just grabbed 2 stitch markers, and you can see I placed them right here. So this is round 7 and this is round 8, and you can see we're directly below that double crochet. So we want to be centered below the double crochet, and you want to find 2 stitches that are centered below that. So you can see we're going to be inserting, when we're doing this, we're going to insert our hook into round 8 and we're going to go down to round 7. So I'm hoping you guys can kind of understand. So we're right here. This is round 7, this is round 8 right here, and we're between round 7 and 8. So what we're going to do now is we are going to turn our owl upside down, and you can see this. So the stitch marker is like this. This is how it should look. So the side with the hole is facing toward you. We're going to grab our a crochet hook, and we're going to insert our hook into that stitch that we have stitch marked. So it's between round 7 and 8. This is round 7, this is round 8, and it's that kind of that bar between it. So you're going to insert your hook into there. You're going to grab your yarn, and you're going to go ahead and just yarn over and pull through. So now we're going to do 2 chains, so chain 2, 1 and 2, and now you're going to double crochet increase into that same stitch. So we're going to insert our hook back into that stitch that we had just worked into when we did these 2 double crochets, so that original stitch right here. So you're going to insert your hook back into that stitch right next to your pink stitch marker. So insert. Okay, so to do a double crochet increase, you're going to yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over and pull through 2. And then you're going to do that one more time. So you're going to yarn over and insert into that same stitch, so that's that bar between round 7 and 8. So you're going to make another double crochet. So now at this point you can see that we've worked into that, I'll call it bar between round 7 and 8. Now we are going to go ahead and go into the next, I'll call it bar between round 7 and 8. So you're going to yarn over, insert your hook into that next stitch, I'll call it. You're going to yarn over and pull through, and you're just going to make another double crochet increase. So 1 and 2 double crochet. So now you should, at this point, you should have worked into those 2 stitches, and I can show you my stitch markers right in those stitches. Oh, like that. So you can see there's the 1 stitch and then the 2 stitch, and it's directly below that, or as close as possible. Okay, so we have the 4 stitches now. We're going to go ahead and chain 2, turn our work, and we're going to double crochet 2 together over the first 2 stitches. So yarn over, insert into that very first double crochet right there. So we're not inserting into the chain, we're inserting into that first double crochet. So yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now normally you'd yarn over and pull through 2, but because we're doing decrease, you're going to yarn over and insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. And you're going to do that one more time. So you're going to yarn over, insert into that next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, and then you're going to go ahead and yarn over, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2. Now you'll have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops on your hook. So we just did 2 double crochet increases, then we did a chain 2, turn, and then we did 2 double crochet decreases. So now you're going to chain 1, turn your work, and you're going to do a single crochet decrease. So you're going to insert into that first stitch, yarn over, pull through, insert into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. You're going to go ahead and cut your yarn, and now you have officially completed your first wing. So you're going to follow all those same instructions and do it on the other side. So you're going to find that double crochet, go between round 7 and 8, and you're going to insert your hook and work into that. So I'm going to go ahead and start doing that. So you're just going to grab your stitch marker, go into the double crochet, and I'm going to go ahead and take a little break, reposition my stitch markers, and then I'll meet you back and show you how it looks. Okay, so you can see that I put the stitch markers between round 7 and 8 again, and then we have the double crochets right here. So we're just about perfectly directly below it. And it's not, is it ever going to be perfectly perfect? No, but the goal is to have it as close to perfect as possible. So now we are going to do the exact same instructions. So go ahead and back up the tutorial and repeat the same instructions, which were the double crochet increase 2 times. So into the first stitch and the second stitch, chain 2, turn, double crochet decrease twice, then chain 1, turn, and single crochet decrease. So I'm going to go ahead and follow those instructions, and then I'll meet you right back and we will continue on to the beak and the circles around the eyes. Alright, so I just completed the second wing right here. Now we can take out our stitch markers, and we have officially completed both of the wings, so congratulations. Now I agree that right now, if you're thinking this looks kind of funny, yes it does, but very soon it will look like this. So what we're going to do next is we are going to, before we do any stuffing, so don't do stuffing yet, instead we're going to do the circles for the eyes, and then we're also going to do the beak. So I'm going to go ahead and flip over. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do the eye circles, I call them, and we're going to grab our white yarn, and we're going to grab that same 7mm hook that we've been using. And to begin, we are going to make a magic circle. So we've done this already once before, so put the yarn at the base of your hand, wrap the yarn around to the front, then wrap around toward the back, and then you're going to flip it over, go under the first loop, grab that second loop, pinch and hold. And now we are going to chain 1, and we're going to single crochet 7 into this magic circle. So we're going to insert our hook, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through 2. And if you want, you can put the stitch marker in that first stitch, but you do not have to because we're only doing 1 round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 stitches. Go ahead and pull on that magic circle tail, and we're going to go ahead and make a slip stitch into that very first stitch. So to make a slip stitch, you're going to insert your hook into that very first stitch, you're going to pull through, and then pull through again. So now we have one of these eye circles complete. So we're going to go ahead and cut your yarn. Now when we attach these, I typically just put my eye into the center of that magic ring and just attach it, and then put the backers in on the back. Now some people like to whip stitch down the eye circle, so you can decide what you want to do. I personally like to just leave it, and it works just fine for me. So if that didn't make sense to you, don't worry, I'll show you as we go. So once you have this circle done, now we're going to do the exact same thing again. So make a magic circle, single crochet 7 into it, and slip stitch to join. So I'm going to go ahead, repeat those instructions, and I'll meet you right back. Okay, so I just completed these 2 little eye circles. So now we are going to take our safety eye, and we're going to find the center, and we're going to push that into the center. And so this is the magic circle technically that we were pushing it into, but as long as it looks centered, it should be good. And you're going to do that same thing on the other one. You can kind of feel where that magic circle is, but if you don't feel that and you just find the hole, that's fine too. So now we have our 2 eyes done. We're going to attach them onto the body. So at this point, you're going to want to grab your safety eye backers. So here's the backs of my safety eyes. And we are going to find round number 9. Now I like to leave this tail where we had finished on the back side. So this should be the front and this should be the back. You can see there's that tail. So this is the wrong side and this is going to be the front side. So for the front side, we're going to find round number 9. So you can count that up, or you can just find that this was, top of this wing was on round 8. So you're just going to go 1 stitch above, or 1 row above, sorry. And you're going to insert into round 9, and you're going to find that you're going to place these about 1 stitch apart so the edge of these eye circles should have 1 stitch, 1 blue stitch should be between these 2 eyes. So that looks almost exactly perfect. Let me double check. Yeah, so you want to find the center between these wings. So you want to make sure you're centered, and then you have about 1 stitch between the white eye circles. So that's perfect. Now I'm going to go ahead and attach the backs of my safety eyes through here. So you're going to just push that on. And you can see I have that on like that. Now we're going to grab the other eye, and that's how it should look. Grab that backer, push that on as well, and that, there we go. So you can see that's how they should be looking. Now at this point, I like to hot glue the backs of my safety eyes. So just for extra security and to make sure that they never ever fall out. Now, so I'm gonna go ahead and go do that, and then I'll meet you right back, and we'll do the little beak and add the stuffing and then sew close the top. Okay, so I just hot glued the backs of the safety eyes, and while they are drying, I'm gonna go ahead and we're going to do the beak. So for the beak, you're going to want to grab your yellow yarn, and I must have started crocheting something, but anyway. So you're gonna grab your yellow yarn and your 7mm hook again. So you're going to begin by making a slip knot. Now if you've never made a slip knot before, you're going to put the yarn at the base of your hand again, and this time you're going to wrap it around one finger twice. You're going to grab the back loop, bring it to the front, and then grab the new back loop and bring it up and over and off your finger. Then you're going to tighten. So using both strands, tighten it. And then you're going to, once you put on your hook, tighten it so it's nice and snug on your hook. And we're going to begin by making a chain of 2. So just chain 2. And if you've never done a chain, you just yarn over and pull through. So we did the chain 2, and now you're going to half double crochet into the second chain from hook. So the loop on your hook does not count as a chain. You're going to skip that first chain, and you're going to half double crochet into the second chain from hook. So you're going to yarn over, insert into that second chain. Oh, I missed that. There you go. Insert into that second chain, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops on your hook. Now we're going to go ahead and cut our yarn, leaving a little bit of a longer tail to sew the beak onto the owl. So now you're just going to yarn over and pull through to tie off. And I like to take this little tail that, the little slip knot that we made, and just pull on that slip knot from this tail just to make it a little bit tighter. So there we go. That is our little beak. Now now we're going to go ahead and put this onto the owl. So while I was waiting for the hot glue to warm up, I did tie in these tails, and I like to just bring these tails into the inside of this owl body, and then I like to, if we can flip it inside out real quick, I like to just, once I have the tails on the inside, I like to just make a simple little knot. And if you watched any of my videos, you know that I love to do that just because it's nice and secure, especially when you can do it on the inside of the body. No one will ever see it, and it's nice and secure. So make a little knot. And you can do the same thing then with this tail at the bottom. Tie that in, and then I'm also going to tie in these tails for the eye circles. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick as well. I like to just pull them to the inside again and tie in the tail. So I'm going to go ahead and tie in this tail and the 4 tails for the eyes, and then I'll meet you right back. All right, now that all the tails except for this back tail are sewn in, we're going to grab our beak again, and we are going to sew that onto the owl. So you're going to grab the long tail that you left and put that onto your darning needle. Now what I like to do is before we sew this on, I like to take, so you can see that the yarn came out of right here. So I like to go right into this corner stitch right here, or the top of that one stitch that we made. And you can also go into the kind of that edge stitch, like that kind of chain right there. I'm going to do that, go into that kind of chain. And that just makes it a little bit more round and a little less flat. So if we do that, like that, this is how it should look. Now we're going to go ahead and sew it onto the body, and you're going to sew this onto round 8, right between the eyes. So you can see round 9 was right here. So we're going to sew it onto round 8, roughly, right here. And I'm just going to grab a couple of the stitches and make it sure it's nice and secure And if you do it on round 9 too, if you end up sewing the beak on between rounds 8 and 9, that's perfectly fine too. I'm just trying to give you kind of a guideline for roughly what rounds to sew and attach things onto. So I felt like that's nice and secure now. I'm going to grab both of these tails and I'm going to bring them to the back side of the owl. The wrong side of the owl. Like this. So you can see this is how it should look. Like that. And I'm going to tie in these 2 tails, or just tie a knot on the wrong side. And like that. Make 1 more knot. And now we have officially completed all the steps that we need to make this little owl. So now we are going to go ahead and stuff the body. And I'm just going to insert my stuffing. And you can stuff it as firmly or as much or as little as you want. I like to stuff my animals pretty nice and full, but you can do it however you like. So I'm going to go ahead and stuff my body and then I'll meet you right back. Alright, so once you have it as stuffed as you like, you can see I have it nice and stuffed. We are going to go ahead and close the top. So to do that, you can put the long tail onto your darning needle. And we are simply going to go through the stitches that line up with each other. So you can see we're going to go first. We have the first stitch that we've gone through is that single crochet decrease. So we're going to find that single crochet decrease on this side. And we are going to go through the front loop only. So you can see right there is the front loop, and then here is the back loop. So we're going to go through the front loop only, and we're going to pull that shut. Okay, now you're going to find the next stitch, which should be a single crochet, and then you're going to find the single crochet on this side, and you're going to go through the front loops only. And it will look like this is the back loop only, but if you go like this, it's the front loop only. You're going to go ahead and pull that shut. Then you're going to find the next front loop only of the half double crochet, front loop only of the half double crochet again, and pull that shut, and then go through like that last stitch. Now we're going to go ahead, and what I like to do is I like to go back through, and then we're going to close up the other side. So I just am going back through any stitch that you want. And now we're going to close this side. So we're going to go through that single crochet, the front loop only, the single crochet, and then we're going to go through the front loop only of the next single crochet. And you're just going to repeat that. So through the front loops only, around, and make sure it's nice and secure when you're done. And you can see if you have one that's a little higher than or lower, you can adjust it. But that is how it should look. So now you have officially completed your owl. Go ahead and tie in this tail, and congratulations on finishing your little owl. Thank you so much for making these adorable little baby owls along with me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you did, please make sure to give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, because next week's free tutorial will be how to make this adorable little mama owl. And again, this is a super quick pattern, so make sure to be subscribed to my YouTube channel to see both this owl and any future free crochet patterns that I have. And I post weekly crochet tutorials and occasionally crochet vlogs. So thank you so much for watching. Make sure to comment down below and tell me what colors you made these owls in. I'd absolutely love to hear from you. It makes my day. And so thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.